Okay, let's take a look at the word lamp. Put how many sounds are in the word lamp in the chat. Count how many sounds, not letters, sounds in lamp. Good. Nice. Okay, so I want you to watch my face when I say the sounds in the word lamp, because every time my mouth changes shape, a different sound is going to be form. If you can control the shape of your mouth, you can control the sound that comes out. So in lamp, there's l, a, m, p. 4 sounds. L, a, m, p. Now, before we go back to that page, I want to make this just a tiny bit harder. How many sounds in the word light? Just sounds, not letters. Put it in the chat. Light. Wow, excellent job, everyone. So light has l, I, t, 3 sounds. L, I, t. Let me see if anybody put 4. Did anybody put 4? Because you wouldn't be wrong if you did. Because I is a diphthong, and it can stretch from one sound to another in the sound I. Your mouth just does change shape, and it technically is 2 sounds in there folded tightly together. But let's call it 3. L, I, t. Beautiful. Okay, sharing my screen again. How many sounds are in the word shell? How many sounds in shell? So in shell, we have, watch my mouth, sh, l. Sh, my lips are puckered, my mouth is open medium width, and my tongue is behind my top teeth. Shell has 3 sounds. 5 letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters, but 3 sounds. Now, how many sounds in seashell? Good. So in seashell, we're adding 2 more sounds to the beginning of shell, which had 3. So seashell has s, e, sh, l. I want you to get really comfortable and capable in breaking off and isolating every sound and having it its own little unit with nice big breaks and spaces in between each one. S, e, sh, l. When we can get each sound completely isolated, then those letters on the page begin to have a job. Each grapheme or each letter has a job, and that job is a specific sound. Okay, one more. How many sounds in crab? Nice. Wow. Holy smokes. Good job, everyone. So a lot of people, not you, but some people, wow, my goodness, look at this. Every single person would blend the cur together because an R is really hard to pull off of a sound of a consonant before it. So well done for separating that from the k. So the sounds in crab are k, ab. Beautiful. Wonderful work. Okay, so today we are working on the AI grapheme. AI says A. It follows the tap 2 rule. So when you come to a vowel, you look at the next 2 letters. If either one of them is another vowel, then the vowel that you were on will probably say its name, which happens in this AI grapheme because A has an I right after it. The hack, the reading hack or the reading trick that you can access easily from your memory is just remembering that AI says A. But if you If you're approaching a word in the wild and you're not quite sure, you couldn't remember what that AI says, use the tap 2 rule and it will help you figure out what that A says. So if AI says A, then we're going to start with these words and work on reading these nonsense words. I'll do the first one for you over here. Feel free to do it on your own also and see if you get the same answer that I did. Okay, I'm going to mark my vowels first. Because if you can mark the vowels, you can mark the, if you can read the vowels, you can read the word. Notice I'm circling that whole vowel team because it's making one sound. You don't have to circle each vowel when they're next to each other, because usually vowels that are next to each other are going to be a team and they're going to produce one sound. We're only focusing on the sounds when we read. That's how you sound it out. So when we go to pencil read it, this AI is only going to get one dot because we're dotting the sounds, not dotting the letters. Now, if you'll remember from our last lesson, A at the end says remember? Makes that schwa sound and says Always. A at the end always says So when I pencil read these sounds, it is D, A, P, day, pa, day, pa. Now, if you'll notice, I put a line over this A. That's called a macron. If you have a vowel, I'm just going to put V for vowel. If you put a line over it, that means it's long. If you put a brev over it, that means it's short. This is a macron, means long. This is a brev, means short. So whenever I have a vowel with a macron over it, it means it says its own name. It's long sound. If you see a curved line, that means it says it's short sound or its most common sound. Okay, I'll be quiet while you work on yours over here. All right, so the sounds for that T, make sure that you, somebody's raising their hand in the chat. Do you have a question? Beautiful. I love that you made that connection in your brain. We not only have America, we have China, Australia, and then there's all sorts of states, Dakota, Nevada, California, Carolina, so many that I can't think of right now, but there's lots of us out there. So I love that you made the connection to remind you the A at the end sounds like the A at the end of America. It says So the sound for this T is only air. Make sure that you're not attaching any sound or voice to it. Same with the P. These are both voiceless, only air. This is a T. This is a P. So the sounds are T, A, P, tape, tape. All right, let me try number 2 here. You can do it with me if you want. So I know that this AI is going to say A because of the tap 2 rule, and it's our reading hack for the day. A's at the end always say I mark that with a upside down E, which is the symbol for the schwa sound. Schwa sound is That was a lesson for last Monday, if you missed it. I'm going to dot the sounds. We have T, R, A, N, D, Trained. Did you notice how that line that I used to draw a connection from one dot to the next represented a continuous sound? I didn't stop the line and I didn't stop the sound. So when you connect the dots and you connect those sounds, make sure that your voice doesn't stop. So it's not T, R, A, N, D, that my voice was stopped between every single sound. It has to be a continuation of voice. Trained. Okay, try yours over here. Okay, so our sounds are, we know this AI is going to say A, that's our reading rule for the day. A's at the end say so if we've got those vowels figured out, then the rest will be easier for our brain to read. So the sounds are P, R, A, N, D, I'm going to do that slower. P, R, A, N, D, Now the important part, blending those without a break. Prenda. 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 Please put in the chat one word how you're doing with these. If it's hard, I want to know. Nice. Got some okays. I've got quite a few of okay, so-sos. All right, I'll take those. Let me clear this so I can scoot this over. And let's go to number 3. Okay, so I'm going to mark my AI as saying the sound A, because that is our rule for the day. This A I see has 2 consonants after it. It's super easy to recognize when they're both the same consonant. That's an automatic hint that that vowel is going to make its short sound. The short sound for A is ah. Big wide round, ah. A's at the end say Notice how this A is saying 3 different things in the same word, but you don't have to guess or wonder, you just have to know the rules. A, ah, So the sounds are p, pull, a, s, ah, n, pull, play, place, placeah, placean, placana, placana. All right, go ahead and try your number 3. Okay, so this AI is going to say A because of the tap 2 rule. There is a vowel 1 or 2 doors down, so it is going to say its name. This A is going to say because there are 2 consonants after it. Same with this one. So I had a question in the chat. Why did this one say It's because there are 2 consonants after it. When you see a vowel with 2 consonants after it, so when there's not a vowel, 1 or 2 doors down, it's going to say its short sound. So that says You're welcome. A's at the end say So the sounds are f, a, p, Now I'm going to grab just one sound at a time. Do it with me. Fur, fray, frame, frame, frame map, frame mappa, frame mappa. Okay? Frame mappa. Frame mappa. Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead and start on number 4 here. So I know that this AI says A because of the tap 2 rule. There is a vowel 1 or 2 doors down. This A does not have a vowel 1 or 2 doors down, so it's not going to say its name. It's going to make its regular short sound ah. I can tell that real quick because these are not only 2 consonants, but it's the same letter, so it's easy to identify. That is going to say ah. This A at the end says so the sounds are A, S, A, N, A. Asana. Asana. All right, let's try yours. Make sure your mouth stays closed on this M. There you go. So the sounds are A, M, A, D, A. I'm going to blend those really slowly. Amada. 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 Now, just real quick, I want to thank, no pressure here. I do want to thank those who are feeling like they can have their camera on because it helps me to know how fast to go because I'm a really good lip reader and I can even tell if you're pronouncing it correctly just by the shape of your mouth. So it helps me to kind of gauge where you're at. If you don't have your camera on, that is okay. I'm just glad you're here. I want you to be here. And if it was me in class, I probably wouldn't have my camera on. But I'm grateful to you for those who feel like you can. Okay, you are welcome. How did you do on those last 2? They were longer. Put one word in the chat. Let me know how you were doing. Yeah, those were hard. Don't worry though. You are just getting started. This is all new. And I know that sometimes it's my fault because sometimes I go a little too fast because I've been doing this for a long time. I created these words. I know what they say. And so sometimes I go a little too fast. So blame me. If you have a hard time, say, April, slow down. It is all my fault, okay? And don't hesitate to put in that in the chat either. So now, if you would like to read with me so I can give you some one-on-one attention, go ahead and put your name in the chat next and along with the number that you want to read.